So give me just a second. Thank you for being patient. All right. I think we are live in the Zoom now also. Looks like the sound should be all right. Okay, welcome. Today is the autumn equinox, and we are going to have a quick ritual for the autumn equinox. Yesterday was the new moon, and so we're going into this like a new lunar cycle in coinciding with the equinox, which is the equal day and night. So today, all around the world, is almost equal day and night, about as equal as it gets. So we're going to do a ritual, and I'm going to go through all of the things that I have for it first, and then I will actually do the ritual. So if you want to save this video to come back to it later, that would probably be a great idea because you know how things just get lost in feeds and you never see them again. If you save it, you can come back and get your stuff prepared and then you can do it. Or if you're in the subscription group, it will be in that subscription group. And I will also post it to my YouTube page. So, anyway, it'll be a couple different places. I hope you can find it. Anyway, let's get started. First and foremost, because today is the equinox, I'm going to clear out this tray that I have. I don't know if you can see it. This was from the summer solstice. So it's like a 3-section plate. I don't know if y'all know this. This is just a world's okayest magic mom tip. I love going to thrift stores and buying cheap crystal and glass and ceramic plates to use as fire safe dishes for rituals. So this one is, I don't know, glass or crystal, but it's got 3 sections. It's probably for like pickles or olives or something like that. But I'm going to use it as a fireproof dish to use for this ritual today. So you're going to want a fireproof dish because we're going to play with fire. You know, fire is always good. I love incorporating all the elements. So this was on the solstice, and a lot of people are like, what do you do with this when it's over? So you have lots of different options. You could put this in a jar and save it. You could burn it as an incense, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in my little handy dandy cauldron, and then I'm going to burn it. But you could save it. You could use it in other spells, work. It's just, but you could also, if you have a mortar and pestle, you could put it in there and grind it up. And then maybe, I don't know if you want to bury it. It just depends on whatever you want to do. There's no right or wrong. This is your magic. Make it how you want to. But now I have my dish clear. So that's the dish I'm going to use. We're going to need an apple. Honestly, this is what we're going to call a scrounging spell because I literally just walked through my house and started grabbing shit. So if it seems random, there is a method to my madness, I promise. But I don't want you to feel like you have to go out and buy special things in order to do magic because you absolutely don't. You can work with whatever crap you have laying around the house and you can make magic with what you have. So this is a past its prime apple that was sitting in our fruit bowl. So I'm going to use the apple. I'm going to use a candle. And you can use an orange candle for fall, for courage or grounding. You could use a red candle for grounding. You could use a green candle for prosperity and abundance. I'm just using a white candle because it's literally what I have on hand and that's the way I roll. So I'm using a white candle, but pick your candle color of choice. I got this vegetable peeler core thing because I'm going to use it to cut into the top of the apple so I can put the candle inside of it. So I don't know if this is the right tool. I also have a knife. So you're going to want a knife because we're going to cut the apple open. What else are we using? A bay leaf. And then these are all completely optional. This is kind of like extra magic. So I said I was going to use the plate. The reason I'm using one that's divided into sections is I'm going to put coffee grounds in one section for the dark. I'm going to put salt in one section for the light. And then I'm going to put this tea mixture that has black tea and lavender. And it looks like it's black and white. I'm going to put it in the middle. So it's like the balance of the night and day. And then it combined because we are all light and dark combined. So that's the way I'm going to roll with this for this equinox ritual. I am also incorporating some crystals during the ritual because they will be like I have a moonstone and a sunstone for the balance of the day and night. These will be my pocket stones. I will carry them around till I'm done with them. But then I have a stone for each of the elements. So I've got citrine for air. These are all also like um equinox type crystals. Sorry, lost my train of thought. I have notes here somewhere to help me through this. But the moonstone and the sunstone are for balance, the balance of polarities, the light and the dark, and bringing harmony. So that's why I'm going to use those as my pocket stones. And then these 5 stones I'll end up putting into a crystal grid over on my table over there. And so I have citrine for abundance and prosperity and gratitude. I'm also using this to represent the East. I have carnelian. Carnelian energizes and promotes motivation for change. I'm using it for the fire element. I have green adventuring for new growth, new beginnings, and a fresh start. Since we're in a new moon, I kind of incorporated some newness with it. And that is for the water element. And then I have moss agate, which is good for strengthening the connection to the earth. It's a very earthy looking crystal. And that is to represent the element of earth. And then I have a piece of red. I don't know if you can see it. It's red tiger's eye. I don't really have a good light on it, but the red tiger's eye is good for balance, for insight, for clarity. And the red specifically is good for grounding, courage, and confidence. So that is my one for spirit. So I will use those when I call the quarters. Completely optional. I like to have a crystal grid. I like to have crystal in my pocket. So do as little or as much as you want to of this, tweak it to your own liking. Use stones you already have. Remember, if you have clear quartz, you have every stone in the universe. You can always substitute clear quartz for anything. So if you are going to spend money on a crystal and only one crystal, get a clear quartz. It'll take care of you. Clear quartz is amazing for everything. So I think I think that is all of the materials. So I made a PDF of calling the quarters and closing the quarters. So if you are interested in that, I will put the link to the PDF in the comments. So please feel free to download it or print it out or whatever and use it because it's just a simple calling of the quarters. And so everyone, let's get started from this blessed equinox. I've already lit a candle and I've already lit incense before I started recording. You are welcome to pause and do that now if you wish. I don't know. On the YouTube, you can probably see it. There's a candle right there and there's incense right there. On the Facebook, you can't see what I'm pointing at because the screen is much narrower. But if you're on YouTube or Spotify, then you can see the candle and the incense. So I want everyone to close their eyes and take a deep breath. Arrive in this space. If you're near nature, I want you to take a moment and pause and listen to the sounds that you hear from the earth around you. Try to center yourself and find a sense of peace and calm. And let's go into this ritual together. I call to the east, to the realm of air, winds of inspiration, breath of new beginnings. Be with us in this circle. Hail and welcome. I call to the south, the realm of fire, flames of passion, spark of transformation. Be with us in this circle. Hail and welcome. I call to the west, the realm of water, tides of emotion, wellspring of intuition. Be with us in this circle. Hail and welcome. I call to the north, the realm of the earth, strength of stone, grounding of soil. Be with us in this circle. Hail and welcome. The circle is cast, the quarters are called. We are in between worlds, safe and whole. So I'm going to take my apple. I'm going to cut it horizontally. See how the apple makes a star, like all five of the elements. Yes, I consider spirit the fifth element. So it also represents abundance and fertility. For Christians, the apple can represent the Holy Trinity with the skin being God, the flesh being Jesus, and a star being the Holy Spirit. Yes, Christian witches do exist. Google it. But I take this apple and I give it today as a symbol of prosperity and abundance, with two halves equaling a whole, just as the day and the night complete us and make us whole. Taking this bay leaf now, and I find that writing on bay leaves is easiest with a Sharpie. So I wrote balance and abundance on mine, and I'm going to place it inside of the apple where those spirit stars are. I'm going to take the top of the apple and try to cut out a spot for my candle. Place my candle inside of my apple. Now I'm going to prepare the dish. Putting coffee. And this is just coffee from my coffee this morning. I pulled it out of my little espresso press. Coffee, you represent the night, the dark in each of us, the shadow self, that which we may not want to always deal with, but we know that deep down inside is a part of each and one of us. Next, I pour the salt. Salt is a protection element. So I want this to represent the light, the day, the goodness in each of us. All right. Here we go. Now you can see it. Day and the night. And now for the in between, because we are all part light, part dark, part day, part night, part shadow, part light. So we have the day, the night, and the in between. Now I'm going to place my stones in the dish, corresponding with the different directions. Remember, I have carnelian for the east, no, carnelian for the south, citrine for the east, adventuring for the west, and moss agate for the north. Also going to incorporate the sunstone and the moonstone while the candle is lit. After the candle goes out, I will take it and use them as my pocket stones. So I'm going to use some scissors to trim my wig just a little bit. Actually, I'll use this knife because it's right here. You don't want a super long wick, otherwise the flame's gonna get all cuckoo. I also have a ceiling fan on, so I don't know how well this is gonna stay lit. We're about to find out. Here is the finished product. As I light this candle, I give everything to you, O great spirit of the earth. I thank you for the abundance that we have in our life. I thank you for this harvest that we are reaping right now. Everything that we have worked for the last couple of months is coming to fruition. And I thank you. I thank you, Great Spirit. I thank you, Spirit Ancestors. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for being the light in the dark that I often need. I pray that everyone reaches their intention. Ooh, see, that's why you want a fireproof thing. It's just to show you magic is never perfect. It does what it fucking wants to, right? I'm going to place this on the table so that it is a little bit safer. All right. Now it is balanced and it is burning. While this candle burns, I'm going to sit in meditation. I'm going to play some music and I'm going to just kind of chillax. If you have a short candle, you're welcome to sit for a short period of time. If you'd like to have a larger candle and sit for a longer period of time, it's totally up to you. I wish all of you the best. I hope that everyone has an amazing equinox season. And I hope that you go into this new lunar cycle refreshed and ready to ground yourself and really dig into what the fall has to offer everyone. So now I'm going to close the circle. And when you talk to each of the directions, it's great to face it. I'm only facing one direction because obviously cameras, but anyway, I'm facing east. Behind me is west. To my right is south. No, that's not at all true. I am facing south. To my left is east. To my right is west. Behind me is north. I got this. Guardians of the North, realm of earth, thank you for your strength and grounding. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the West, realm of water, thank you for your flow and wisdom. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the South, realm of fire, thank you for your spark and passion. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the East, realm of air, thank you for your breath and inspiration. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. The circle is open but unbroken. May peace be ever in our hearts. So it is, and so it shall be. Many blessings to you. Go out there and make some magic every day.